Hello, welcome to Dovin Head First. My name is Lucy, and in this video I'll show you how I made this Pinterest inspired outfit. Okay, so this is the pattern I'm using to make my tiered skirt. I have the measurements that you need is the full length and the waist. My waist is 25 and the full length is 37 because I want it all the way down. So I will cut 2 inches of the waist, so 2 plus 11 plus 24, that will be 37. Of course, I'm going to be leaving some quarter of an inch up and down for the seam allowance. So I have the waist, which is 25 inches, and then I'll multiply that by 1.5 and get 37 inches for the next tier. So I'm going to get 37 inches, that will be 11 going down and 37. Then I'll multiply it by 2 and get 75 inches for the next one. So I'm starting with the first one, the 75 one, the lower tier. I've folded it into half and measured it. That way is 38 because I've left a seam allowance, and I've measured it and left a half an inch seam allowance. I've done the first 75. This is what's gonna go to the bottom. So I'm gonna do the second piece. So I've gone ahead and done tacking in all the fabrics, all of it. I just wanted to show you what I did. I saw this somewhere on YouTube. If I find the video, I will link it down. So how to gather. So normally I go with 2, but I saw this video that said that 3 would make it look better. So the other thing they said is to use a different color of threads. So my bobbin thread is red and my sewing thread is white. And then what they said is whenever you are pulling it out, it's easier to use to pull it using the bobbin thread, because it's not normally really to gather it using the bobbin thread, because the bobbin thread is not as tight as the sewing thread. So I've gone ahead and separated the bobbin thread, and I'm holding that, and this is the sewing thread. So I'm just gonna pull them. See how easy it is to pull, and I can test that because normally before I found this trick, it used to be really hard for me to pull. Yeah, so, and then you're just gonna pull it to your desired length. What you're gonna do is you're gonna let that flow. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that in. I think that's where I went wrong. I should have done that. And then use the bobbin thread to just do an 8 and just string it through, whichever way you wanna string it through. And then it will hold it in place. And then you can adjust it as you want. And it looks nicer, the 3 tacking as opposed to 2, because this one, the more the merrier. So we are here right now. I have done the gathering, and now I have the zipper. So I'm going to put the zipper on first. Going to sew on the zipper before I sew on the waistband, because I want it to be kind of hidden. I'm not very good at doing zippers, but as I said, this skirt is you will be very forgiving because of the gathers. Zipper is all done. So now I want to put the waistband. So I do not have a stiffener, so I just used another fabric, which I've sewn on both sides, on this side and on this side. So what I'm gonna do is, this is the wrong side, like the right side facing the wrong side. So we are gonna sew it like this first, all the way around, and then we are gonna turn it around and do it forward. I pressed it to ensure that it's straight and properly lined. That is done, so I'm just turning it around and then ensure that it's lined up really nicely as I'm doing right there. Then I will top stitch it all the way to the end. So I'm just cleaning up the waistband to ensure that it looks really good, as you can see over there. My top stitching game is very impressive. Okay, so this is the back, it's all done. This is the top bit. So what I'm going to do right now, this is the top bit. So what I'm going to do is line the middle one with the, I've just done it with here. And then, okay, first of all, I think I need to sort out the, I'm gonna do a bit of it, part of it as I go. So we are gonna line that's the inner side facing the inner side. I'm gonna line it and I'm going to sew it with the, so I'm gonna, so that's so that when it's turned around, it's all on the right side here. So back side facing one another, we'll have align it, and then it's better to sew it with the gathered stitch facing up. Double stitch, and we are done. So that's the end of our skirt. You turn it around, it looks like that. So all I'm gonna do is take off the stitches that I used to gather it. So I'm gonna do that, and doing that, that's not difficult. Just turn it around and use the sewing side. Remember, there was the bobbin side, I used the black stitch for the bobbin, and the sewing side I used the white stitch, so I know the difference. And just pick it and hold it and pull it. It's as easy as that. Okay, that bit is done. Then you pull the back one. You'll always peek through. So I'm gonna do that all the way around so that it's nice and clean. And here is the final product. Next week I'll post a video on how I made the top that I'm wearing the skirt with. It's also Pinterest inspired. If you stayed with me this long, kindly consider subscribing, and thank you ever so much for watching. Till next week, bye bye.